change my mat. I just realised that I use an actually it's a very good mat indoors, which is fantastic for abs, but no good for Pilates. My one is a sticky mat. As soon as I put the ball on, I fell off it. So we're going to start on my normal mat, and no warm up. So please do a warm up first, okay? Just a few roll downs, okay, from standing, rolling down. That's absolutely fine. And we're going to place the ball under your coccyx. Get comfortable on it. Oh, that's much better. Arms by your sides. Feet together, toes out, heels in line with the toes. I've got to put on my right. Neutral spine and engage your core. We're taking your right leg up into the tabletop, left leg lift. Okay, we're going to do a fair amount like this on the ball, but the first one we're going to do is a heel touch, okay? And we're alternate heel touches. Ready? Right heel, touch down and up. On the out breath, remember, left down, up, right down, up, left down, up, right down, up, left down, up. Lower your right to the floor, lower your left down. Good. Okay, so next exercise we're going to do is the double. Take your right leg up into the tabletop, left leg lift. Ready? Both. Lower. Lift. Moving from the hip flexors. Lower. Lift. Lower. Lift. Lower. Lift. Lower. Lift. Lower. Lift. Good. Take your right to the floor, lower your left down. Take your ball away, bring your knees into your chest. I thought I wouldn't put any music on so you can have your own music. Okay, so from here, we're going to go onto your side and lengthen out. Okay, you want your top hip on top of your bottom hip. Then neutral spine, and then engage your core. Take both legs off the floor. Okay, ready? Top leg, lift. And lower. Lift. And lower. Lift. And lower. Lift. And lower. Now take it in front. Back to neutral. 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 Now behind. To neutral. 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 top onto bottom, relax your legs down. Okay, from here, we're going onto your front. So roll onto your front, rest your head in your arms. Just get comfortable. Okay, now I want you to engage your core, lift it away from the mat. Keep your legs straight. Right leg, lift. And lower. Lift. And lower. Make sure your left leg has a floppy foot, so you're not using the glutes at all. Lift. Lower. 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 Good. Now floppy foot over that one, and let's change legs. Ready? Lift. Lower. 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 One more. Lift. Lower. Relax. Okay, from now we're going to roll onto the other side. And lengthen out. Top hip on top of bottom hip. Neutral spine. Engage your core. Take both legs off the floor. Top leg, lift. Lower. 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 In front. To neutral. 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 Behind. 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 To neutral. Top onto bottom. Relax down. I hope you felt that. Oh, I did. Right. So now we're going to sit up. And grab your ball. Okay, so we're going to do, excuse me, we're going to do back tilt and lower. And we're doing my favourite one. Okay. So sit up nice and tall, melt the shoulders, chin off chest, and engage your core. We're going back, tilt, lower. Now to the right, to centre, to the left, to centre. Come up, nice and tall. Back, tilt, lower. Right, to centre, left, to centre, up, back, tilt, lower, to the right, to centre, to the left, to centre, up, back, tilt, lower, to the right, to centre, to the left, to centre. Come up, nice and tall. Back, tilt, lower, to the right, to centre, to the left, to centre, up. One more. Back, tilt, lower, to the right, to centre, to the left, to centre, up. Relax. Good. Right. I have to say, we have to do a plank. So on your front, let me get my stopwatch. Did I get my? Yeah, there it is. Okay, so get yourselves comfortable. We're doing 1 minute ones, nothing different than normal. Okay. You want your elbows underneath your shoulders. Think about your core. Go up onto your knees. Tilt your pelvis. Your core should be engaged. If you're lifting, lift. Lengthen your body, melt your shoulders. Nice, deep breathing. Last 10 seconds. And relax. Well done. Have a stretch. Okay, you ready? Just give you enough time. Right, elbows underneath shoulders. Think about your core. Come up onto your knees. Tilt your pelvis. Core should now be engaged. If you're lifting, lift. Lengthen, melt the shoulders. Nice, deep breathing. Five seconds left. And relax. Keep going, keep at it. Have a stretch. Okay, well, I think because we're doing a kind of a short class, we don't want to waste it with too many planks. So we are going to do one more. Ready? Elbows underneath shoulders. Think about your core. Come up onto your knees and tilt your pelvis. Of course, you'll be engaged. If you're lifting, please lift. Lengthen, melt the shoulders. Nice, deep breathing. Last 10 seconds. And relax. Well done. Let's get my ball away. Okay, one more stretch. Right, we are staying on our front. So I want your arms out straight in front of you. Rest your head on the mat. You're having a bit of a swim. I need to take my glasses off for this one. Okay. So we're going to be lengthening the arm from the shoulder and the leg from the hip each time before we lift. Engage your core, lift it away from the mat. Opposite arm, opposite leg, lengthen, lift. Lower. Change, 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 lengthen, lift. Lower. Two more. Change, lengthen, lift. Lower. Change, lengthen, lift. Lower. Whew, well done. We're going on our back again now. Oh, right, ball. Get comfortable on your ball. Arms by your sides, feet together, toes out, heels in line with the toes. Neutral spine, engage your core. Just need to check. Not ideal, but it will do. Take your right leg up into the tabletop, left leg lift. Now remember what I said in class, make sure your knees, so I can just touch my knees with my hands. If they're in too far, you can see my elbows bending. That's no good. Arms straight, just touch your knees, and then your legs are in the right position. Don't drop your heels down. Okay, I'd rather them just be up slightly than down. Okay, now we're in position. I want you to take your right leg up to the ceiling. If you can, take your arms off the floor. You don't have to. Now lower that leg down towards the floor. back, up. Remember, you're moving on the out breath. Lower. And lift. Lower. Lift. Lower. Lift. Lower. Lift. Back into the tabletop. Lower your arms. Lower your right. Lower your left. Good. We'll do the same with the left leg. If you're getting wobbly, please put your arms on the floor. I'd rather you concentrate on your core and to have your arms on the floor than wobble around. Okay, this time, right leg up into the tabletop. Left leg lift. Left leg up to the ceiling, nice and straight, arms off the floor, lower. Lift. Lower. Lift. Lower. Lift. Lower. Lift. Back into the tabletop. Lower your arms, lower your left, lower your right. Now the arms come in. Now again, if you are wobbly, please do not use your arms, just use your legs. Okay? Otherwise, we'll add the arms. Take your right leg up into the tabletop, left leg lift. Right leg up to the ceiling, left leg up to the ceiling, arms up to the ceiling. Both legs, both arms out. And up. Out. And up. Out. And up. Out. And up. Arms to the floor. Legs back into the tabletop. Lower your right. Lower your left. Take the ball away. Knees to chest. It just happens that this is now the perfect chance. I'm going to stick my glasses back on. To do a ball roll because we're in the right position. If you are unable to place your hands just below your knees, take your hands behind your knees, but try not to kick out your legs. Engage your core. Okay, ready? Up. Oh no. Try again. Up. Oh, that's better. Whoa, I don't know what happened there. Whew. Okay, now from there, we're going back down. Remember, control. Hopefully this time it will work. On the out breath, up. A bit fast, but it will do. And down. Up. And down. Up. Down. And up. And relax. Right, we can't do all nice ones, obviously. See where we're up to. No, okay. So we're going to go onto our side, elbow. I know you're not keen, I'm not keen either. or just go through the leg positions. For some of you, you either have one leg directly on top of the other. I just need to move up a bit so that you can see that my feet are on top of one another. Or you can place one foot in front. Or you can have both knees bent. Or you can have your bottom knee bent, but your knees need to be together. Okay? It's entirely up to you. Waist needs to be nice and high. Top hip needs to be on top of bottom hip. Neutral spine. Now engage your core. Okay, ready? On the out breath, you're coming up. Lift and lower. Lift. 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 Lower. One more. Lift. Lower. Relax. Okay, roll over. We'll do the same on the other side. So again, get into position. I'm going to try, see if I can manage. Okay, excuse me. Elbow underneath shoulder, hips on top of the other, feet however you wish. Remember, bend your knees if you need to. Neutral spine, engage your core. And lift. Lower. 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 Relax. They never get any nicer. Those no way. Right, from here, legs mat width. Grab your ball, place it between. Sit up nice and tall. Remember that piece of string lifting you up to the ceiling. Engage your core. And we're just rolling the ball. As far as you can. You can really feel that stretch in your lower back and your hamstrings. Sit up nice and tall each time you come back up. Probably want to do this in your own time. Hopefully we'll be finished around about the same time. Okay, next time you come back, you can relax. Just give you a few seconds so that everyone is back in position. And then we are going to do hands and knees. This way. You need your hands underneath your shoulders and your knees underneath your hips. You just check to make sure. Yeah, we're okay. Arch up. high as you can to the ceiling. Relax down to the floor. Find neutral and engage your core. We are doing Superman, okay? Opposite arm, opposite leg. Ready? Lift and lengthen. Lower. Keep your torso as still as you can. Change, lift, lengthen. Lower. 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 We have two more. Change, lift, lengthen. Lower. Change, lift, lengthen. Lower. Good. Arms out. Stretch. Right, next one is on your back again. Did say we'd be doing a few on the ball. Let's get back on the ball. Just got to keep an eye on time. I don't want to do it so long that you don't want to carry on with it all. Get comfortable. Once you are comfortable on your ball, feet together, toes out, heels in line with the toes. Neutral spine, and then engage your core. Now, I'm not in a good position here, but hopefully you've got a little bit more room because I've just realised my arm won't go out to the side, but never mind. Take your right leg up into the tabletop, left leg lift. Now, if you wish, no, you can't, it's okay. You've got to imagine that a ball is between your knees, okay? Now, that way, when you move your legs, you're not going to put them together. You need to keep that gap the whole time. Just check to make sure, because my knees were then a bit close in. Now take your arms. They should both be out to the side, but obviously I haven't got the room to be one side. Now you have to be really, really careful with this because you will fall off the ball if you're not careful, all right? And we're just going to roll the knees. I don't know if it's going to work. So basically, you're just rolling. Now, when we're off the ball, which we're going to be doing in a minute, you can go down further. But I just thought you could try this while we're at home. I don't think it's that successful, actually. Keep going. No, okay. Take your right leg down and then lower your left. Bring your arms in, take your ball away, put it between your knees. I was just, well, it was just one of those. I just thought maybe, but it doesn't look so good. I'm not going to move. Right, so now the ball is in place. Push your back into the mat, arch it up, find neutral, engage your core. Now you're taking both legs up into the tabletop. Again, please make sure, get your arms out to the side. Off we go. So you're now rolling from side to side with more space than I've got. Now go down as far as you are comfortable. Don't drop your ankles. And if you find this too much, you can do it with your feet on the floor. So don't do it wrong when you can do it an easier way. You should be breathing out when you go down to the side and then out again when you come back up. And make sure you've done the same amount each side. I'll just give you a few minutes, well, seconds actually, and then we're lowering our legs down. Bring your arms in and then bring your knees in to your chest. Well, the positive news is I don't have to try that exercise in class because I've already found out it doesn't really work. Okay, we're going to do some roll downs next. Get all your bits and pieces behind you. I know that some of you like to get bits. Right, sit up nice and tall. Now you can have arms across, arms on thighs, arms out in front. You can use your ball if you want to. Okay, engage your core, keep your chin off your chest, and off you go. Do this in your own time. God, I feel like I've got an animal on me. Okay, next time you lay down, you can stay there. Good, bend your knees. Just keep checking on the time. Okay, arms by your sides, feet together, toes out, heels in line with the toes. Push your back into the mat, arch it up, find neutral, and then engage your core. We're going to do the bridge as our last exercise. It's good. I'm not stretching with you. You can stretch if you want to afterwards, but the bridge is quite a nice one to finish off with. Imprint your back, activate your glutes, and vertebrae by vertebrae you're coming up. Now come up as high as you can. Hold it at the top. Make sure your glutes are really nice and tight. And now work each vertebrae as you come down. And then relax when you get back to the floor. Imprint, activate your glutes, and again, roll up. Hips up nice and high. Now, coming down, working each vertebrae. Relax when you get back to the floor. Imprint, activate. And again, roll up. Hips up high. Now work each vertebrae as you come down. Relax when you get back. Last one. Imprint, activate, and roll. High with those hips. And now working with each vertebrae. Once you get back to the mat, bring your knees in to your chest. And relax. Well done. Let me know how you get on. There'll be this one, there'll be an abs, and there'll be class Saturdays interval training as well. And it'll just give you 3 different things to do while I'm away for next week. Enjoy them, and